Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. Tonight, I'm very excited for all my video marketers, and here's a simple reason why. What if there is a product taking all the video creation problem away? If you are not like me, spend hours or days creating one simple 20 minutes video, you don't have the equipment, you don't have the money, you don't have the knowledge. Well, I got absolutely fantastic solutions for you. What if there is a product with a couple click of buttons? Not only you can convert articles into videos, but also not just in the what most people do, target English speakers, but also in different type of languages, foreign languages, not just in the European language. You know, typical software like this just cover the Spanish, Latin, UK, you know, and also it's target at Asian language like me, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Now, what if, there's more come to this, right? What if you take it one step further, taking the article, convert into video, but at the same time, put a voice into it. This voice, not just one accent, but multiple different type of accent that reads the article for you, becomes a really engaging article video. Would you be interested as an affiliate marketer? So just step back, think in 1 minute. Now, not only you're gonna target the majority of the English speakers now without learning another foreign language, you can target at those non-English speaking country as well. Those are the cheapest to traffic. Those are the people that everybody forgotten to sell it to. Now you have this key in your hand to instantly creating that for your business, for your own products, for your own affiliate marketing promotions, for your local marketers. Be very exciting about this, okay? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason I have invited Simon here to talk about what is this thing can do for you. We talk about video marketing, we talk about importance of using videos, also how to using the video truly engaging your audience, all right? But then we kind of talk about what is the reason he developed this software? What is the biggest problem he's trying to help all the internet marketers solve here, especially video marketers. Now, if you're not doing videos because the obstacle, the time, the equipment, the money, to have to creating this video, well, this software is really breaking through that barrier. So now you can call yourself as part of the video marketer as well. So obviously, if you are existing video marketer, you want to have this as well, because you want just make your making video process even faster, efficient, and with just a couple click of buttons, okay? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce to you the Video Alchemy. So what I love about it, this is a desktop software that you just work with both Mac and PC, whichever version you have. They have two versions, one for Mac, one for PC. Once you install, with a couple click of buttons, which you're gonna see, not only you're gonna get instantly article found by keywords, or you can import your own articles if you have lots of PO articles laying around not doing anything for you. Using this software, convert into videos. Put lots of video out there, making that affiliate sales, making that sales for your own product. Get people opting to your list. So be very exciting about this. With just maybe 1, 2, 3 click of buttons, you have a professional video made, almost like video effects in a way, kind of animations, effects that's in there. Also, it's not just putting the text, it's not just put the image there. Of course, you can have a lot of images to choose from, by the way, but also you have this almost close to human voices read off the text for you. So what's that going to do for your video is going to increase more conversion, engagement. That's the key word, engagement. So if you are a non-English speaker like I am, believe it or not, English is not my native language, and you don't have to spend all the trial and error I had to go to learn the English. Now you have the software solve the problem for you, right? And now if you are an English speaker, but you want to target the Spanish market, if you want to target the Chinese market, for example, but you don't have the time to spend to learning all different foreign languages, guess what? This does that for you as well. You will translate from English to whatever the language you select, then you're gonna have people read it off that as well. So now you can instantly dominate the world, bragging away, right? So I forgot how many foreign languages. I think well over 30 plus foreign languages is ready for you, but it's really covered the worldwide market now. So if you have a proving concept, which is what I call the proving concept, which means if you're selling affiliate product, it's selling pretty high right now, Amazon products, ClickBank products, JVZoo products, or you're creating your own products and it's proving concept, but you know what? You've forgotten those non-speaking English people. This is great for it, okay? All right, so just take your existing blog posts, articles, or you can, if you're too lazy, you can just search for the keywords and put in there. You'll read off and become a really cool professional video. I think this is one of those groundbreaking technology after video effects, after Sketch Pro. This is gonna really change the way you creating your next video. So let's come back to the interview for a second. Well, Simon is gonna be here, share a cool story. Let me tell you something about Simon. This guy is never serious. What you see is what you get, okay? He's a stage hypnotist, all right? So if you've been to one of those marketing events, and you will see he actually do a live performance, hypnotize people doing some funny stuff. So how does he went to a stage performer to internet marketer? Well, watch this interview to find out, okay? And he also gave some solid tips on what do you need to do to be successful in the internet marketing, and what do you really need to be focused on. So that's very interesting, right? So learn that from this interview, and then he's going to talk about video tips, how to convert, how to increase engagement. I mean, if he's a stage performer, and he hypnotizes people, he definitely have that little bit secret that we don't know about, how to engage audience, right? Just step back, think about it. So he's going to discuss, review those secrets for you inside this interview, okay? All right, so then he's going to do actually a live demo on this, but you know what? At the time of the recording, that version, his demo, is the old version. So stay tuned. At the very end of the video, we are going to show you a brand new version of this. This is even upgraded version, okay? All right, so just stay tuned. Watch that. It's going to be very exciting how powerful that is. In fact, you might already seen this interview before, because you know, the next day of last time he launched this, he decided to take it back. Let's add more feature, relaunch this. So this is what's happening right now. So make sure you stay tuned, watch this interview. Be very exciting about this. Now, I know two more things gonna really exciting you. One is early bird, one is bonuses, right? So we got both of them for you, okay? All right, so what I got here is not just 1 hour early bird, but 2 hour early bird. So at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, go there, grab this, don't even think twice, you're gonna absolutely love this, okay? So you're gonna get it for $27 early bird price for 2 hours only. Once that's up, the price is gonna jump up for $37. So instead be there at 11, be there at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 hours only, okay? 2 hours only. And bonuses, just look below this video, you're gonna find the awesome bonuses just from Simon himself, and Simon and Richard, they're partners, well, they sound good, but you get my idea there. So so just looking below the video, and you will see the list of bonuses he's giving out, man. But also my team's gonna give you bonuses as well, right? So be very exciting about this, okay? All right, so for now, hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's go watch this interview. Be very exciting to see what this puppy can do for you. How is this gonna really change you, the way you make your next video? How much faster can you pump the video out now? How faster you can dominate YouTube now? How faster not only you can dominate the English speaking group in the niche that you are in, but also take the same concept, marketing to non-English speakers, which is what I call the forgotten market. Do those people have money? Heck yeah, especially my people, right? Think about it, Chinese people, we have money now, right? So anyway, so you do want to be a smart marketer, get as much traffic from worldwide to not just English speaker, but non-English speaker as well, isn't it? All right, so anyway, this is your friend Han here, and if you have any questions, if you have any need assistance, we are always here for you, okay? All right, so without further ado, my unconditional love to you and your family, and let's go watch this interview. Be very exciting about it. Until next time, this is your friend Han. Keep smiling, and I will be talking to you very soon. Cheers. Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here this morning. And I'm very excited again. Have Simon here and to kind of teach us more about video marketing. And what I'm most exciting is to share this brand new software of his, and he and Richard built together. They're really going to change the way you're making your videos. They're going to kind of they made a one-click button solutions that not only target English speakers but also target multiple languages as well. So I guess the secret that the market doesn't talk about is actually easier to get into the foreign language market. Just don't have that much competition. It's very, very profitable in there as well. But in either cases, either you're trying to go foreign language to English or English to other languages, it's a big challenge, a lot of work, so a lot of people doesn't want to do it. But I think this software is going to really change all that, so be very exciting about it. Okay, all right, so before we get into all this excitement here, let's kind of learn how Simon got started with the internet marketing, but most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve the level of success that he has today? So Simon, could you kind of take over the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Hi, Han. It's nice to be on the road, and it's nice to be in your time zone for once. Well,
Yeah.
as you know, as we've talked lots, I'm really passionate about live events, and I'm just over here in the States at the moment. Just been to the JV Zoo event, had a great time there, and it's kind of really how I came up with the idea for the software is due to how I really got started, really, which is I've been on the road for quite a long time, not constantly, otherwise I'd have a lot of laundry. But I've been on the road constantly for the past 15 years in my previous job as an entertainer and working for various holiday companies. I've worked all over Spain, I've worked in Greece, Cyprus, all kinds of places where, it's not been my first language, it's been the local language. And I got into internet marketing completely by accident when I was in Greece. As you know, I'm a stage hypnotist, and I was talking to the stage hypnotist on the next island, and he introduced me to the world of internet marketing. Started making products in the hypnosis niche, as I'm over here in the States in the niche, and I then got interested into Warrior Forum, started releasing those products with private label rights, and then from having a little bit of success in private label rights, I started to get into software, into WordPress plugins, and now I met up with Richard in a mastermind group, and we work now in software and software as a service. So it's been a gradual thing, of working at the business and traveling a lot.
So you've been basically working a very long time in internet marketing arena, and I noticed is I noticed that is you are probably one of the latest marketer, but you always figure out smart way to do things you understand the power of leveraging, you understand the power of time. Usually time is the most important asset, even though you are not very technically knowledgeable person, but you're still able to come out with a great software. You actually take what's disadvantage to most people as an advantage to yourself, because if Simon can use it, anybody else can use it, right? So I always find that fascinating and amazing, and how you're able to do that. So to knowing what you're knowing today, what would it be some of the top advice you can give to someone who's just starting out with internet marketing?
Yeah, I would say just keep going, because you don't need to be a genius to do this. The thing is, if you look at any great entrepreneur, people in the UK like Sir Alan Sugar or Sir Richard Branson. I was chatting to somebody the other day who knows Richard Branson. They're saying that they're not technically minded people. The people who are really at the top of most companies, or the great entrepreneurs. I mean, for example, Steve Jobs didn't sit there with, and put an iPhone together himself. It's having an overall vision, because there are great people there who are great at programming, people who are great at graphics, and basically, rather than trying to do anything yourself, be a good manager and put the pieces together, rather than try or outsource things, rather than try and do anything yourself. I think that's one mistake, and I certainly made this, And you do as well when you're on a budget, is to try and do everything yourself when you're starting out. And in the time it takes, for example, to learn Photoshop, you can find somebody who can make you a great e-cover. The time it takes you basically to download Photoshop.
So what was, since you're talking about this topic here, just want to spend a little bit more time on this before we move to the main topic here, is how do you transition? I think the biggest problem is letting go for most people, transition from I got to do everything myself perfectly to outsource it to someone. I think a lot of people have a letting go issue, but if you can overcome that letting go issue, your life is going to be much easier. I know personally I went to the transition from I got to do everything perfect myself to, man, I'm going to outsource everything I do. I don't want to take myself out of this entire business operation. So what was do you have a maybe aha moment with technique? How did you go about overcome that?
Yeah, I mean, I had to let it go. I couldn't hold it back anymore. I just had to let it go. The thing to do is to just find your team. I mean, we have an amazing team with myself and Richard. We have the very beautiful Michelle in bed there, who does all our copy duties and basically tells me where I'm supposed to be. Richard works with the development team. Richard, as you know, because you've interviewed him once, doesn't really like people. Yes, I know you really enjoyed that interview, didn't you?
It's okay though. I mean, I think you guys figured out who's best doing what, project, and it's just a really cool team together. And I have seen you guys done amazing stuff every time. So cool. So let's talk about this kind of topic of video marketing again, and again, we kind of hit this topic last time as well when I interviewed you. Is the question, why video marketing? Out of all the different marketing you can do out there, why do you personally think video marketing is going to be important, and most importantly, it's going to be even more important in the future?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you've got so many more devices you can watch video on. You've got your smartphone, you've got your tablet, you've got your laptop, your desktop, even now your TV you can watch YouTube on. I mean, it's going back to the language thing. I mean, we've been living in Spain for the past year, and obviously we don't speak Spanish, so we don't watch the latest TV. So we have a smart TV. We watch Netflix and YouTube on the TV. There's so many more devices you can watch things on. And also, internet speeds are slowly getting faster. I mean, when I started internet marketing back in 1864, you were looking, dial-up or 1 meg. Now, you've got places which you've got Google Fiber, which is laid up 1,000 meg places. Internet speeds are doubling every year across the whole globe. Places that had really slow internet now are getting fiber to the cabinet or fiber straight to the house. So internet speeds are going so much faster, and you can deliver an awful lot more information in a video than you can in text. I mean, if you transcribed our interview, it would probably take you about an hour to read, or 2 hours to read through everything and not get the nuances of the actual interview. So, video can communicate a message an awful lot faster than text can.
So I think, as if you study the, Richard Branson and all the other entrepreneur out there, what they have is an advantage. They see the future before anybody else sees it, and they take full advantage of that. And for example, the very well-known company in the U.S. called Netflix. I mean, the company almost went out of business because they were competing Blockbuster, Walmart, and what saved them is the internet speed infrastructure that was keep improving. He actually bet on that, and now Blockbuster went out of business because of them. So and so as an internet marketer, you need to have eyes or a head, a mindset that you can see to the future before anybody else sees it. And so if you see all these things happening, YouTube is getting bigger and bigger. Netflix is growing every single day. All this signal tells you one thing: is video is the future.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's a really interesting point on Netflix because that's pretty much, if we want to watch something, we use Netflix. And I remember the days of going down to, renting PlayStation 1 games at a Blockbuster, don't you, over there in the corner? I remember renting games from Blockbuster. And now you can literally sit there on your PlayStation 3 and go, right, I want to play that, and boom, it's downloaded.
Hmm.
We're in internet marketing because the internet is the future and the way business is more and more becoming thing. And places, countries that and rural areas now are getting more and more fast broadband. Countries that you would never think of. Interestingly, a lot of countries where in the UK and the US we probably think they're less developed actually now have faster broadband speeds
Hmm.
than we do. I
And,
think,
and even the wireless speed is crazy, amazing fast compared to what we started on in back the days like you mentioned on dial-up. I mean, even the phone, able to pretty much you can watch a high definition video without pausing.
yeah, I was looking for a local SIM card the other day when I was in the mall,
Right.
and the guy was telling me that 4G now covers 97% of the US now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fast. That's faster than most people's home broadband. I think 4G is about 20 meg, 20
Mm-hmm.
meg, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fast, and you're not buffering. So you see that video, boom, you want to watch it, and you've received that information in the time it would probably take you to read it.
Yeah, I know in Filipino, even third world country, they have 4G, and because the country is all islands, it's really hard to lay in cables, under the ocean. So what the main core infrastructure for the internet is actually wireless internet. So they have 4G or 4TE there. So as we talk about here, want to kind of mention here. So if you serious internet marketer, you want to do this for very very long term, position yourself right, using the right message. Another thing is video is the highest converting marketing tool that is out there for all the tech sales page, all that is. Nowadays some people just strictly do the VSL, video sales letter, without doing the copy, the long form of copies. There's a reason for all that, because videos is what works the best and converts the best as well, and it's the one that people can really really relate to, be very authentic in front of the camera. That's very important as well. So there's just so many different ways to kind of point to one direction. Again, says video is the way to go in the future. So let's talk about the next thing I want to kind of talk about here is, this sounds probably all good and nice, but not. I think the biggest problem most people are going to face is not everybody going to have the editing skills or the money to buy all this fancy equipment and camera, which is typically what people think video marketing is all about, or even fancy software to make those animations going on. And then another thing is, what if it was somebody who, I think most people makes the video for I can speak from my own personal experience where English is not my native language. I had to really really spend my heart and soul to learn it, just to speak it, just to understanding it. I can really relate to those guys who want to marketing in the U.S. market, but they really really have a very heavy accent and nobody understand them, but they still want to be in this market and making money off it. So what is your biggest obstacle when you first kind of making videos, from both you and your customer as well? Can you talk about that a little bit as well?
Yeah, I think speaking to various different people is one thing that most people don't like is the sound of their own voice recorded.
Right, right.
Um, I don't. I'm used to being on stage. I'm used to, speaking to people. I've spoken to you countless times,
Hmm.
but even I'm like going, I thought I sounded dashing and theatrical, and I'm actually right up there. And even I don't like listening to the sound of my own voice recorded. I mean, poor Michelle has to listen to me all day, every day, so I don't know how she copes. But I can't stand that. And also, a lot of people, you stick a camera in front of them or even a microphone, and they go eek like that. Probably not quite that camp, but they really don't like the thought of being recorded either straight to camera or on that, or like you said, they might have a strange accent, which some people might, they might be a Geordie, you know, like Andy Black, and find it really, really hard to be understood. So I think that's one thing that most people, no matter you, I think stick a camera in front of a lot of people and they will just freeze up or run away. They just don't like it, and it takes, a lot of courage to do that.
You're right. So, but that just want to point out, guys, we're gonna kind of review what the software does. I think it really gonna really help you guys with that. And you don't have to get on the cam to be a video marketer. That's the good news. And um, again, I want to kind of touch base on the language thing again. A lot of people, first of all, I want to talk from like both sides. Let's talk about from let's say an Asian person or non-English speaking person want to market in the U.S. market or the U.K. market or English-speaking market. I found people that I talk to, especially all my Asian friends out there, they found it really difficult to get on the cam. First of all, if they do get on the cam, they're very shy and very introverted. Well, that's just my culture, and they can't, when they do speak, they have very heavy accent and nobody can understand them. But I mean, blessing their heart, that they still kind of want to market in this U.S. market because that's what the dominant market is. So, what is the alternative solutions? You come to the regular PowerPoint slides and you're talking about you have to translate from your native language to the English. Sometimes even that's not really perfect translations. I can totally relate to that. So. But I think a little bit later on, I'm going to review the power of your software that work with both Mac and PC. Just want to throw that in there, and going to solve all that problem. So be very exciting about that. And let's kind of flip the coin around. I want to mention is if you are English speaker, don't forget that the foreign language market's probably easier to market it than the primary, for example, U.S. market, because you just don't have that much competition to get in there, So, I mean, as a marketer, it's like you place different fish nets, right? The wider you can place your fish net, the more people you're gonna catch, right, as your customer, right? So which in other words, your software gonna do that instantly with one click of a button as well. So I just want to throw all this idea out there. So for those who are watching this, you will get it exactly why I mentioned this in a little bit here. So let's talk about another cool feature that your software have a little bit here is what I kind of mentioned here. It's the spinning feature and the variation feature and the language feature. Let's kind of tell them a little bit exactly what is it, how do you software solve all that problem I just mentioned here.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I came up with the idea because I was living in Spain, and we're going away. So if you're living in Fuerteventura, please don't burgle us if you're watching Hans' video, because we're going to be away for a bit. And our landlady was Spanish, and she didn't speak a word of English, and my Spanish was very poor. So, we were thinking how to explain the nuances of we are going away, but we are coming back. Would you prefer us to pay the rent into your bank account, or would you like us to send a friend around with it? And obviously that's not easy. There's nuances in that conversation. So it's hard when you're not a native Spanish speaker. It's the same if you're not an native English speaker. Certain nuances of a word, if you say it one way, it can still be spelt the same way. And then I was thinking, I was chatting to a guy who was making an absolute killing promoting JV products to the Spanish market.
Right.
A killing. He's got a list of, I think, something like 800 or 900 people, and he's beating people like Precious Peter Garrity on leaderboards because he's got a completely untapped market. So that's how I came up with the software. Really, was I like things that are push button. I don't really like having to read instructions. I wanted something that was really, really simple, and I came up with the idea. So basically, you start off with a word. You type in a keyword. So let's use the one that we talked about in an interview, pipe smoking.
Mm-hmm.
That we talked about. So we type in pipe smoking. The software will find us a selection of articles on pipe smoking. We select the one we like the look of. We press the button to spin it. Then we can choose if we want it, say, for example, in Spanish. It will translate it, put the Spanish text in, choose the backgrounds and the images we want to insert it, press the button, and boom. Talking Spanish video with the text on there in Spanish. Done.
Right. I wish I can do that.
Yeah.
It's just like you either know the language, even you know the language, still takes a lot of time to rewrite everything out. I mean, I can testify for that, and I wish I had a software like this. Then I can tap, at least. And this one, unlike like somebody like just say, hey, this thing does come with other language pattern. It's a normally it just come with I guess Latin related language like Spanish, English, German, but when it comes to the Asian language, it doesn't come with it. But this one does, right? Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we've got like we've got Mandarin in there, and also the great thing about this software is that I haven't seen anyone do in the market is the voices actually sound more interesting than my business partner Richard. When we got to the first demo of the video, we actually looked at the video and we forgot it was a synthesized voice because it's not like the ones that come built into your computer. You've got 20 different languages. You've got more than 100 voices across the software. You've got Korean in there. That's a massive Asian language. You've got lots of speakers of that. You've got Chinese. You've even got your Eastern languages like Arabic, Greek. You've got Japanese in there. That's a market that's got an awful lot of money to spend. You've got languages that you wouldn't think of that were huge, like Turkish in there and Russian. You're talking about a
world domination, right?
I mean, here's a really interesting point, right? Loads of people. I mean, there's people started, 6 months ago promoting Amazon products ready for Christmas because everybody knows that if you're promoting Amazon products at Christmas, you're going to make a heck of a lot of money. But I tell you what, I'm going to be using this software to promote Amazon products in German and Spanish because Amazon's got marketplaces there, and you get this software, you're taking such a big slice. You might have 1,000 different people competing against you for Amazon UK and Amazon.com, but I bet you there's not many targeting Amazon DE and Amazon ES.
It's 11 o'clock.
So how time is sinking right there. So yeah, that's and about how many inside each language you say there's different accent or different dialogue, right? So about how many variations are there? I just kind of give my audience who watching this here a little bit taste of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 100 different ones there. I mean, we've got part of them on the front end. We've got part of them as an upsell because not everyone's going to need all those accents, But we've got for example, in the English-speaking market, we've got Australian, we've got American, male and female. We've got UK accents. We even got an Indian accent because there's an awful lot of your British speakers in India. That's another market with 1 million people.
Wow.
There's so many big markets. It's not just the the 4 countries that people normally think of. The UK, Australia, Canada, and America. You've got so many other countries that. But that's the thing you were saying about the traffic earlier. When if you want to buy Spanish traffic, you're only going to be, or South American traffic, you're only going to be spending 5 or 10% of what you'd spend on certain clicks in certain states in the US.
Right. So it's gonna be really that's the hidden gem that nobody talks about is the foreign market's actually a lot cheaper to capture and less competition and easier. You literally can go into a market that nobody knows all the magic trick, all the internet marketing knows and using all your magic tricks, using your hypnotized magic tricks to get them buy your Amazon products.
Exactly. I mean, the non-internet marketers in another country are not going to know what a one-time offer is.
Right.
Oh, I've only got one time. Well, bye. You know, and things like limited amounts of products, and also, you know, getting into those other markets like where you don't necessarily have to have a sales page. You don't have to make a sales page from that. So foreign CPA offers, there's such a lot of money in those.
Yeah. See, that's something not many people talk about, because that's probably why people making money want to keep secret. You know, not that's why you don't see the mainstream. So hopefully they don't kill us by bringing to the mainstream here. But let's talk about a little bit background story. Why did you and Rich and Michelle decide to launching this product to the, you know, all the internet marketers? What is the biggest problem you're trying to help all the internet marketers solve here?
Well, I think the thing is, I mean, there's some amazing video software out there, some really good, great video software, but we wanted to make it simple. We wanted to put everything under one roof, sunshine indoors. So basically, what you have is it does your content. You don't have to spend hours editing the videos, because I like to play with things, but if I want a video done, I want it done. And the great thing about this software is we're going to see in the demo in a second, is the voices sound more interesting than somebody who's not very interesting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Natural. Well, a lot of the times when you watch something that's done in a synthesized voice, your brain is processing that voice sound synthesized rather than what it's going on the screen. And I think as well, with having the text on the screen as well, you're getting engaged in two ways. You're getting engaged because you're reading the text, and you're getting engaged because the voice sounds engaging. Should we take a look at that demo now?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Let's have a little look.
Hi, welcome to Video Alchemy Demo. This is a brand new video software that will allow you to create videos from articles instantly. Not only can we build videos from articles, but you can use over 20 different languages and more than 100 voices. The software will also translate the text as well as the audio, so you have a fully translated video ready to use.
We have many different voices. I'm Alan from Australia.
And I'm Bridget from the UK. Pleased to meet you.
I am Paul from the US. How are you doing?
I am Vina in the United Kingdom. How can I help you today?
I'm Carlos, pleased to meet you.
Now let me show you how this software works. Step 1, choose your template. We will have lots of different ones in many different niches. Step 2, go to the article selection and either add in your own or search the database for ones to use. You can also spin the articles. Step 3, add in your voice in language. Then select your background music. Add in your own images. Click encode and your video is ready to go.
All right. Okay. All right. So let me just kind of jump into the questions here about the promotion itself. Let's talk about name the product, time to launch, and who's going to be really benefit for getting this.
Right. The name of the product is Video Alchemy because it's magic. The time of the launch is 11 a.m. on Thursday, September the 11th. However, for hand subscribers, we are going to do a very special early bird offer. And the price lock for we're going to do three versions of the software. We're going to do a getting started, I like this, and I like bells and whistles. So basically, the top license includes, you know, like 50 voices. You can install it on 3 different devices. So you can have it on your laptop, your desktop, and then on your VA system as well. And that allows you to process as many different videos as you want per day. So that's the big takeaway on the top license. And for those people who do arrive on time with your special offer, they'll be able to get a price lock of $37 for the first 2 hours on that license.
Okay, good. I'm writing all this down. Cool.
And we've got some cool bonuses as well. We've got various different character packs, so you can it'll animate your characters. So like, you know, in national costume and things like that. We've got lots of photos. Now, photos are expensive. We spent a heck of a lot of money to get photos because photo licensing is expensive. So you're going to get a lot of royalty-free photos in there. You're also going to get royalty-free music, which is really expensive. When we were looking at that, we were looking like $60, wasn't it? I'll confirm with the boss over there. $60 for one music track. So we spent a lot of money getting. We spent a lot because a lot of the videos, you know, they're using the same license. But you'll watch a video, and it'll be dum 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 dee dum dum dee dum dee, and you're watching the same music track, and you're going, I'm sick and tired of hearing this on a marketing video, rather than I'm watching the important message that somebody wants to tell me. So we've got lots of different music tracks in there. We've got lots of different images in there, as well as the bonuses as well, which I'll send over to you so you can have some extra ones for your customers, because we love Hans customers.
All right, cool, awesome. Thank you for that. So, and who do you think this is going to be really beneficial for getting this?
Well, I think the main appeal, firstly, is for people who don't like the sound of their own voice. And also people who want to get out videos without too much hassle. You know, right? They don't want to create them. They just want to press the button and have a video and be able to concentrate on the marketing and making money, rather than pretending that they're the next Steven Spielberg or James Cameron. And I think affiliate marketers are going to make a heck of a lot of money if they get on with this and start promoting into those multinational markets. And also, if they're wanting to do talking videos, but they sound weird, or they're not happy with the way that they sound, I think those people are going to do that. And also people who don't want to spend all day finding content and rewriting content and sending it to be rewritten and sending it back. I think those kind of people are really going to benefit off that.
Okay, great. So let's talk about exactly what they're getting in the front end again. Just kind of maybe talk about which different license covers, what the differences are.
Right, well, basically, you've got the two smaller licenses, which limit the amount of videos and voices you can do, rather than the common English and a couple of others. And I think we'll limit it to 10 videos a day on the smaller licenses. You know, for people who just want to get the foot in, the main license, as I said, covers an awful lot of voices. There's no limits on the amount of videos you want to make. So if you want to stick one in your outsourcer, get onto Fiverr, and I can make animated videos for $5, you know, collect all that money off people and then let your outsourcer do that. That's another great thing that you can do. Or maybe you want to buy 3 or 4 copies and have a whole army of outsourcers, and you'll be able to communicate to your outsourcers in video, even if you don't speak their language, by using the software.
Okay, cool. And what is the, and I just want to mention again, this one is built by Adobe, and it does work with Mac and PC.
Yeah, natively runs Adobe Air, so there's no messing around. If you're a Mac user, you don't need parallels or anything like that. Just download it and use it. Same if you're a PC, download it, use it. Same kind. If you've got Market Samurai or one of the big softwares on there, you use Adobe Air.
Right. So let's talk about what is the OTO1.
The OTO1 is basically an enhanced version of that, with a lot more voices. We've got more licenses on there. We've also got a mastermind group on there as well for video marketers, and quite a lot of extra hidden things that I can't quite tell you as well.
All right. So do you want to have one OTO, or are you going to have more than one?
We've got 2, and the second one is a really cool piece of video marketing software that complements that. That'll be able to get people's videos out to a much wider market, and I'm not going to say more about that right now.
Right.
A little bit of a secret.
Okay. All right. So, are you allowed to review a little bit of price range for both OTOs?
Yeah, they're not going to be expensive. They're going to be under $50.
Okay. Great. Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So that's all the OTO, right? We covered it. Okay. All right. So I think that's all the questions I need to ask you here today, Simon. And but got one last question that's very important, and that is, as people watching this, they know the power of a video. They know it's going to be really the future of the internet marketing here. I mean, name one big marketer is not using video right now, right? I mean, just look at it. So they want, after they see the demo, they want to definitely know how powerful this is. You can instantly get into the other multi-language market instantly, literally with a one or two click of a button. So they want to buy this, they want to get this, but everyone has a little voice on the back of their head saying, you know, hey, don't get this, and you know, don't take any action. What I call the loser voice in your head. Everybody has that, you know. But so my question to you, Simon, is, in your opinion, what makes this software so unique? What makes this product so unique that everybody should absolutely grab during the launching period?
Well, first of all, if you're hearing voices in your head, consult a healthcare professional. And secondly, take true story. True story. I'm sure everyone who's watching this video has heard of a website called ClickBank. 6 years ago, I made some god-awful straight-to-camera videos when I was just starting out in internet marketing, promoting ClickBank products. Some of those really awful videos are still making sales for ClickBank products now.
Oh, wow.
Bear in mind, I had to set up the video camera, talk to the video camera, take the tape out, put it in, connect it to the computer, upload those, and now you can not even have to think about the content. You can press a button and you can get paid forever from those offers. And also now, an awful lot of these smart ClickBank guys, because they're the really smart chaps and chapesses out there, like the Truth About Abs and people like that, they have sales pages in Spanish, German, Chinese. Already have them now. So those are the markets you can go out there, promote, and be getting nice little bits of money in for.
Yeah. It's a smart to, if you happen to speak another language, if you happen to you know, speak multiple languages, and you would notice that the most competitive one is the English market. But the other languages, people just kind of ignore, or like we were talking about a little bit, the people just don't like to get out of the comfort zone. But if you are able to get out of your comfort zone and go after those hidden markets, you're going to be the king of the market. You're going to dominate that entire thing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. First mover advantage. It's like those things that you hear about. You go, oh, I wish I'd have got into that when I first heard about it. But, you know, and you read someone, they've just made the second, you know, couple of million on that thing that you saw and didn't take that opportunity.
So be smart in your marketer. You know, set yourself in the right position at the right time, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. It only takes one thing to take off in your life, right? Yeah. So anyway, so guys, you heard it, and make sure you stay tuned. Watch a very short sales page / demo video again to make sure that you understand how this thing works. Most importantly, how easy this is for you to make a video nowadays, and especially how easy for you to dominate multi-language markets. And
you can click a button, you can make a video with this. We made it that simple. We made it Simon-proof.
Right. So if Simon can do it, you can. Right. That's the story here. And so make sure you do that, and look out for my emails, and so you can get not only Simon's bonus but also mine as well. And look out for my email so you can get at lowest possible price as well tomorrow. And well, Simon, and thank you again for your time, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon.
Yes, you will. Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Cheers.
Simon here with your overview video of Video Alchemy. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a quick walk through the software, show you how easy it is to use. So as soon as you boot video up, Alchemy hit up, you're going to see this screen where you've got the template, club, support, license and upgrade across the top, and then you've basically got the 4 steps to make a completely unique video. I'm using it on a Mac today, but as it's in Adobe, it works on a Mac and a PC. So in your template club, you've got your extra templates in there. So what we're going to do is, we're not going to use that, we're going to use one of the preloaded templates straight away. Let's have a look at one I like the look of. I'm going to go for this one here. So before I use it, I can preview the template there. I quite like the look of that, the way that one works, so I'm going to use this template. So I'll click the radio button there, click on Use Template, and I'm going to call this a special demo. I'm going to save the project and move on to the next tab. Next tab here is for my content, what it's going to show in my talking video. So I can either search for an article online, I can add the URL of my article, or I can just either type in there or copy and paste into the box. So I'm going to search for an article online. Today I'm going to look for, I think, a cooking article. So I can find an article on here. I can even do a recipe if I want to. We're just going to go with campfire cooking there. We're going to use that article. That will then retrieve that article's content, so there's no need for me to make any content if I don't want to. And now it's going to add that to the section over to the right hand side in just a moment once it's retrieved the content. So now it has the article there. I can have a look at the article there. I can change any of the content or spin it if I want to, but I'm going to save that article because I quite like it. Let's save the article, and now I've saved it. Do I want to spin it? Yes, I'll spin it and get a completely unique article there. And now I can go on to the next tab, which is to add the media. Now, one thing that is quite unique about this is it will automatically translate the article. So if I wish to have it in German, I could just click the German, convert the article completely automatically there into German. But today I don't fancy a German article. I'm quite happy having an English article, which will convert it back into English for me. And then I can choose my voice that I want it to read it in. There you've got the voices in there. So I quite like the name Simon for some reason, so I think we'll have Simon read the article, and we've also got the background music there that I can preview. But I'm not going to have any background music on that. So I can then add some more images to the article from my computer, or use the ones that's in there. And I can choose the background colour. I can have gradient colours, font colours, or a completely unique font in there. So once I'm happy with that, I just press encode video, and it will then encode various versions of it for me into MP4 or AVI files. If you've got any questions, just don't hesitate to get hold of me, and I'll look forward to you joining us on Video Alchemy. Thank you.